Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine.
Five Nights at Freddy's. I'd say that's one of the most famous indie games of the past 10 years. Now, what do you think when you hear someone mention FNaF? I assume you think about the cringy fandom, the shippers, and the children. I also assume you think of the milking of FNaF by YouTubers such as MatPat. No offense. But when I think of FNaF, I think of the first game and the absolute horror that you can find in it. FNaF is an indie survival horror game developed and published by Scott Cawthon. A little bit of a detour, but I don't want to see anything about the Scott controversy in my comments. Please, thank you. Now, as you may know, you take the role of Mike Schmidt, the night guard at our local Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for the family when there's a child's birthday. Sounds lovely. Anyway, the gameplay consists of looking at the cameras and shutting doors. Now onto the main point of the video. Now, before I can even talk about this, I want you to check out the video in the description, because it goes into way more detail than I ever could, and I could not recommend it more. Thanks. Now, when you read Chapter 2, Sound, you may think, that's lame, what are you going to talk about, the jump scare screams? None of you would think that, but to answer that anyway, no, I'm not. The sound in FNaF makes it scary. For example, my playthrough of one night. Behind the scenes, I was confident. I wasn't worried that I would be scared at all. In fact, I was worried that because I wouldn't be scared, I wouldn't make a good video. I was wrong. Upon loading into the first night, I realized something. The ambience of the sounds, their causes of stress. Here, picture this. You load in to the first night. The first thing you hear is the fan, and the start of the ambience, which is iconic, by the way. Then the next thing you hear is the phone. Hearing it, and the phone guy himself, makes you feel safe. Yeah, it's another person. Normal office stuff. Then you flip the camera up, and hear the old camera doing its thing. The humming, buzzing, all that great stuff. You may hear music boxes and foxy humming as you listen to Phone Guy. There are so many things to listen to in FNaF. 1. Its ambience emotionally affected me, made me quite stressed, even though I knew I would not die on that one. I was scared, despite the fact that I wouldn't be. Sound has a major impact on horror. Some of it brought into sense as well, such as the garbled voices in Out 5 and Golden Freddy's laugh. But what does sort of make sense are the footsteps, Foxy running down the halls and banging on your door, Chicka's in the kitchen, even Freddy's music box. They all stress you out. Now, I don't need to tell you that the animatronics in Five Nights at Freddy's are quite scary. For instance, Golden Freddy. He's an empty Golden Freddy suit with only white glowing pupils. He's quite scary, and the hallucination he comes with and frequently played throughout the game aren't anything to joke about either. In fact, the entire game is quite eerie, as I could easily tell you, as it's a horror game. My favorite is the rare image of the backstage camera. I don't know how rare it is, but I think it's rare, I'm pretty sure. Which is Bonnie looking directly at the camera with his blackened out dead eyes. The warped posters, the glitching animatronics, the rare screens with booting up the games, the staring ads, the staring robots, Foxy running down the hall in a full sprint. These are all great animatronic visuals and just visuals of everything else. The cameras and what they show or don't show are pretty eerie too. The backstage, hallways, pirate coves, pretty scary stuff. Now here's why I think certain animatronics are scary. Keep in mind this is my opinion, and let's start with the big man himself, Freddy Fazbear. Now when I look at Freddy Fazbear, I see a very intimidating character, especially in gameplay. The most you see of him when he's not on the stage or in the east hall corner, my bad, are his eyes. I don't know why, but he gives me very dominant vibes. Well, I should know why, he's the leader of the bunch. Now, next up I chose to talk about is Foxy, the out-of-order animatronic who resides in Pirate Cove. He's broken, missing patches of his suit, his endoskeleton legs are showing. Besides his withiness, he's also a pirate fox, hooked for hand, quite speedy, eye patch wearer, and sports a nice set of teeth, perfect for bites in the year of 87. After Foxy we have Chica, whose eyes I don't like, even if they aren't blacked out. There's something about them that really creeps me out. She's got a strange look, I guess. Uncanny, maybe. The way she's posed in some of the cameras is also unsettling. While not the scariest, certainly, Chica is eerie. Lastly, we have Bonnie. His poses are also quite unsettling. But much like Chica, he suffers from a lack of certain horrifying qualities, I guess. Pretty scary, though. Those were my opinions on what makes the animatronics scary. Let's move on to how the pieces fall together. Now all this information comes together beautifully in the gameplay. Basically, to sum it all up, you're listening to creepy shit while looking at creepy shit. That's the entire game. Have fun, survive 5 nights. In conclusion, great game, buy it now. But in all seriousness, Five Nights at Freddy's is an incredible horror game that you should buy and experience right now. Stay tuned. Like the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Didn't like it, dislike it. Turn on the notification bell if you did, and I'm going to give you guys a very, very, very big thank you for 50 subs from the bottom of my heart. I love you all, and, of course, as always, have a good one. Bye.